Hey guys, Supreme Arcanines here, and we are finally back with a brand new Supreme Answers. Not only is this the first Supreme Answers of 2018, but it's also the first time that I asked the questions through the YouTube community app, which basically means even if you're not subscribed to me, you probably saw the post and you're able to ask whatever you want. Now, normally in a Q&A, we'd get about 100 questions through Twitter, but now we've got about 1,000, so I'm really intrigued to read them and see what kind of questions you guys have to ask. Do your knees hurt for sucking dick? Okay, and already this was a terrible idea. But without further ado, let's get into it. Do you own a Switch? If yes, since when? So yes, of course I have a Nintendo Switch. I don't know how you would be a Nintendo fan if you didn't have one. As an adult, I understand that a lot of kids can't buy stuff for themselves. And I got this thing as soon as it released. I was in France. I was leaving for America in like 2 days, but I wanted to get it so I could use it on the plane. I couldn't wait, so yeah, it may look the same as the American ones, but this is definitely a French one, which means I have to use a converter every time I plug it in. But if you don't have a Switch yet, don't sweat it right away. You don't have to rush out and get one right now. But you will want to get one by the end of 2018 because fingers crossed we've got a brand new Pokemon game coming to it. Have any thoughts about the Detective Pikachu game and movie? So I don't really know why. I had like 16 questions about this. Yeah, I think it's cool. I'm probably gonna play it. I won't do a Let's Play or anything like that. It's not really my thing to play through games, but I'll probably play it. And I'll definitely see the movie. The movie's gonna be amazing. Anything Pokemon oriented, I'm totally on board with. What do you hope for Generation 8 Pokemon and shiny/shiny chances? Alright, so I'm gonna do an entire video just about Generation 8 and shiny hunting on the Switch. But as far as it goes for this question, honestly, the only things that I can hope for is one, they don't ruin the shiny odds too much. I really am scared that they're gonna bring them up even more, and they're already like super easy to get, so I don't want them to do that. And I just want really good sparkles, and really good shiny Pokemon, and really good routes to hunt on. And don't shiny lock the legendaries. If you can do all of that, then these games are gonna be perfect for me. Are you planning/hoping for any sponsored videos in 2018? Funny you should ask because this video is actually sponsored, which is amazing for two different reasons. The first reason is I barely ever get sponsors, and when I do, they're for like gambling apps, and I make videos for kids. And the second reason is this is an app I already had downloaded, so the fact that they wanted to sponsor a video from me was just like mind-blowing. The app that I'm talking about is Quidd. If you haven't heard of it yet, I have no idea how because it's literally everywhere right now. It kind of reminds me a lot of opening Pokemon cards, which is probably the main reason that I got into it, but instead of just like Pokemon cards, it's everything else. Like they literally have everything other than Pokemon, and then it's not just cards, it's like stickers and GIFs, and now they've got like pop figures, which I don't understand, but you know, I'll stick to the stickers. And right here, all the ones that I've opened, I'm a really big fan of like old cartoons and things like that, so that's why I've got Powerpuff Girls and Ed, Edd and Eddy. Bad Baby, not a huge fan of her, but I do think it's kind of ironically funny to use a Bad Baby sticker. And I wanted to show you that for all of you Sonic fans, stickers are coming soon. They don't have them yet, which is a bummer. That's what I wanted to open really bad, but I guess we'll just stick with, I really like the Power Rangers ones. But see, it's cool. It's just like opening Pokemon cards. You open up the pack, and then it tells you when you get new ones. And they're just like little guys. Little Power Rangers. And probably the coolest thing about the whole thing is you can use these stickers as a keyboard for texting, so if you get crazy text like, "Where's the milk bath?" You failed that shiny Giratina because you said his name wrong. It's not Giratina, LMAO. And lastly, does it bother you that we like your brother more than you and he doesn't even have a YouTube channel? LOL. You can always count on Quidd to help you out. So if you haven't tried it out yourself by now, it's actually really fun. I've got a link up here. I got a link in the description. I've got a link in the comments. Definitely check it out. And again, huge thanks to Quidd for sponsoring this video because again, it doesn't happen. If you could learn any Pokemon move, what would it be? This question was way too easy. Freaking milk drink, duh. If you could remove any Pokemon from existence, what would it be? You know, thinking about it, this one's not as easy. I can't think of a single Pokemon I hate more than any other Pokemon in the entire world, and I think it's pointless and it shouldn't be in the games. Yeah. No, sorry, no answer. Are you gay or bi? I'm Dallas. Sub goal for 2018. Okay, so like I said in the last video, I really don't like asking for subscribers or talking about it very much at all. But by the end of 2018, realistically, we'll say 200,000, but ambitiously, probably 250 or like 300,000, something like that. That'd be completely insane. What do you think the next Pokemon game will be? A Sinnoh remake or a new region? Personally speaking, without a doubt, I do not see them doing simply a Sinnoh remake for a brand new game on the Switch. It just doesn't make any sense. However, I could see them doing a brand new region and somehow linking it to Sinnoh like they did in Johto and Kanto. I know we always say that, oh, we're gonna get 2 regions in the next game, but for real, on the Switch, brand new console, Sinnoh remakes, they've been really anticipated, but they can't do a brand new console without doing a new generation, so honestly, I could see them doing it here. When is the Poki Mixtape coming out? Okay, I know that this question was a joke because there's definitely not gonna be like an album, but if you really want to hear me rap, I did do the Poki rap battle a long time ago, about 2 years ago now. It was way before I started to actually get views on my videos, so not a lot of you have seen it.
I run this club like a Marowak. Can't evade these flames with a sand attack. I'm legit full odds, no need to hack. Your pull's weak even when you weigh the pack.
And a lot of you should see it. If you were a god and you could either create eternal world peace or make Pokemon real, which starter would you choose? I honestly believe if Pokemon were real, we'd be the closest we've ever been to world peace. Like, you guys have to remember when Pokemon Go came out. Everybody was getting along, going out and catching Pokemon. No one was fighting, except for the people that put down lures and then mugged the poor guys that showed up. Other than that, things were amazing. If you could make any prehistoric animal into a fossil Pokemon, what would it be and why? So already we have a ton of prehistoric Pokemon just from the fossils alone, and then there are a couple scattered here and there. Mamoswine would count as one. But I gave this question a bunch of thought, and I realized that polar bears are my favorite animal, so I want another Pokemon based on polar bear because honestly, Bay Arctic is just like, I don't care about it. But there's a prehistoric polar bear which is just like a massive version of our polar bear and way more vicious, so like honestly, that would probably be my ideal Pokemon. I'm a huge fan of Pokemon that are big, and since polar bears are my favorite, this would be designed after big one. Like, you understand why I would like it. I honestly think it would be perfect. Either that or just like Megalodon, because the Sharpedo that we got, it's just like, you know, half the shark it should be. What was your fastest / shortest shiny hunt you've done so far? So over the years, I've had a bunch of hunts that have gone upwards to like 40,000, 47,000, which are crazy on their own, but a lot of people forget about the shorter hunts, and those are pretty memorable too. And there are definitely a few that I want to talk about. My first Masuda hunt, I got like 24 eggs and I got a shiny Eevee, so I thought it was the easiest thing to do ever. Same thing happened with the Giratina, I got it after like 9. But then going over into full odds, I did have one random shiny seal, but I don't really count that. I did about 60 for a Bowflant and got that, which is completely insane. My shortest legendary hunt is probably Groudon, which I only did about 800 for, which I can't even believe that that happened. And then of course in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon with Poipole, I only did about 50 soft resets on that file. So I've had a lot of really quick hunts in my life. But I'll be honest, I don't mind a longer hunt. I kind of think longer hunts are fun. Nothing like crazy, like, you know, the 40,000 we talked about. I don't want to do that again, but sometimes an 8,000 or 10,000 is pretty refreshing. When will the Machoke Hunt be? So I really don't know why this is even a thing, but on Twitter, it's become known that I'm going to hunt shiny Machoke shirtless with the Speedo and a wrestling belt, which I'm not doing that. I've literally already got a shiny Machoke. It's live on the channel. You can find it. It's not happening. What would you do if you became lactose intolerant? You guys, I swear to God, this is another question that I get probably more than most. I've gotten this like 60 times on this one. 60 out of 1,000 questions were about me not being able to drink again, or me choosing milk over shiny hunting. Like, why would you ask this? Why is this such a pressed topic that like the majority of you want to know? The milk is here to stay on the channel, and that's final. What's the worst type of shiny Game Freak makes? So I think a lot of people are expecting me to give the answer of, oh, you know, the shinies that barely change, those are the worst, which that's a fair point, but I really disagree with it. The ones that I hate the most are not the lime green ones. I actually think a lot of lime green ones look good. It's actually the when in doubt golded outs. I don't understand why so many Pokemon just go from amazing colors to nothing but gold. I feel like it works on some of them, but even then, I know for a fact that they would look better in other colors, so I don't understand why they do it. Hoopa is nothing but gold. The whole Geodude line is just like good riddance. I know that gold can look good on some shiny Pokemon, but I have a hard time thinking that it looks better than any color. Can you rate each generation's shiny sparkles worst to best? So if you don't understand this question, every single generation they introduce a new shiny sparkles, and for the most part, it's an improvement, except for the fact that it's never an improvement. Without a doubt, I think Generation 4 has the best shiny sparkles. They're the biggest, they're the brightest, they sound the best. Following that, I'm gonna say Generation 3 for the sole reason that the text box doesn't load right away, and that doesn't sound like a big deal, but so many people hunt with 4 or 5 games in a row, so when you're encountering on every single one of them and one game doesn't load as fast, it's just like, you don't even have to be looking to know, like, yeah, I just found a shiny. Then after that, you got Generation 5 definitely, Generation 6, and then Generation 7. They're just been getting progressively worse over the years, and I'm really hoping that we get really big, bright nice sparkles in Generation 8. Please give us good sparkles, not just a gold star. We're not a kindergarten class. Like, I don't like it at all. Would you support the idea of Nintendo changing the shinies of Gen 1 through 5 so they would be designed by people and not algorithms? So right off the bat, I'm gonna say I don't really agree with them changing old shinies, because that's what we've grown to know and love. That's kind of just how it is. And just because now they make them themselves, it doesn't mean that we can go back and change them. Especially when you think about the fact that sometimes they might change really good ones like Charizard and make them not so good anymore. However, I wouldn't have been opposed to the fact of when they changed the odds and raised them to 1 in 4096 from 1 in 8192, actually just giving them another shiny variant. This way, there are 2 shiny versions of every single Pokemon, one produced by an algorithm, which is 1 in 8192, and then the ones designed by the people, which is 1 in 4096. It literally opens up a whole new world. You don't ruin the older shinies or change them too much, but you give people the option of finding other ones too. And now that I think about it, it would definitely keep the peace between the method hunters and the full odds hunters. We'd all have to do both. What keeps you motivated during those long hunts when the shiny just doesn't want to appear and it ends up taking weeks/months? As you guys know, I've been shiny hunting for way too long, and honestly, the answer to this question has changed over the years. Back in the beginning of shiny hunting, everybody knew what everybody was hunting, and if you didn't get it right away, everybody would comment on your channels and be like, oh, good luck, I know that you're going really hard for this, I know that it's gonna take a while, but keep your head up, keep going. So you'd pull that motivation from the people you talk to on Skype, or literally just the shiny hunting community. Not to say that that doesn't happen anymore, but it's just there are so many more shiny hunters, and there are so many more targets that it's just really hard to keep track of what everybody's doing. Nowadays, I can't really speak for everybody, but for myself, I get really motivated by the fact that, one, I'm dressed up in a costume, so I'm like, yes, as soon as I get this, I get to show everybody what I was dressed up as and like kind of share this video with people. So honestly, yeah, being able to make a video out of it and knowing that people are gonna see it and enjoy it, that's motivation for me. But at the same time, I can do shiny hunts on the side that I don't post, and the motivation there is literally just, I want this shiny, I know that I'm doing it full odds so it can appear at any single moment, and then I just kind of keep reminding myself that. At the end of the day, this question is very personal. It's up to you to decide what's gonna motivate you to actually complete the hunt. Will you re-hunt shiny Giratina? Okay, I don't know why you guys don't know this, because I've talked about it before, and it's literally a video on my channel, and it's not like it's like underground. It's got a lot of views. I reclaimed shiny Giratina a month after I lost it, back in like 2012. There is no reason that you guys should be under the impression that I haven't found it yet. It honestly doesn't make me mad, it just makes me confused because we've talked about it so much and I feel like we should have been past this already. Last time I'm gonna talk about it, if you type shiny Giratina up on YouTube, both videos pop up. I failed it, and then a month later, I got it back. End of story. What is the worst virus you've ever gotten, and what did you do during the time that you were sick? The worst virus I've ever gotten was awful. The name of it was Pokirus, and I trained a lot. Will you ever target the same shiny legendary Pokemon? For the most part, the answer is no, because I don't double up on my hunt. If I hunted it once, I have no need to hunt it again. That being said, my first shiny legendary that I hunted was shiny Ho-Oh. It's my favorite shiny legendary of all time, and I didn't get it live. So I do want to eventually go back and hunt it again, live film it, and be able to relive those sparkles. Probably gonna be for like a milestone, so maybe 150,000, maybe 200,000, something like that. What is your middle name? Don't have one. Show feet. Not doing that. Will you be making more videos of the 10 best shiny hunts in each generation? So far I've done videos for Pokemon Gold and Silver, and then another one for Pokemon Crystal, just kind of showcasing really great shiny targets that maybe you didn't know about. Both of those videos ended up being extremely well received, so I definitely want to turn it into a series. I don't know what the next games are gonna be. I'm trying to wait off on Fire Red Leaf Green because I think they may be coming to an eShop or virtual console of some sort, so I'm trying to wait on that, but I do think Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon is one I really want to do because there's some crazy targets in those games. So if you guys do want to see more videos like that, then definitely leave it in the comments. When are you starting a separate YouTube channel not so focused on Pokemon? Okay, so yes, for those of you that are asking, I do want to start a more personal channel. A lot of people are expecting me to start vlogging. I don't want to start vlogs. I'm just not a vlogger. I don't have the ego or the life to be a vlogger, so it's just not something that I'll ever do. But I do want to start doing other stuff, so I can't really say when. I honestly have a bunch of ideas for channels. I had one for a gaming channel. I almost started a freaking ASMR channel for half a second. I can't even trust myself, so definitely don't take my word for it, but hopefully soon I'll be able to start something fresh on a brand new channel. Who's the top and who's the bottom? No, never had bunk beds. What makes you roll your eyes every time you hear it? If you and Julian were to swap bodies, what would be the first thing that you would do in his body? These are questions that I avoid, but I'm putting this in here to show how weird some of you guys are. Like, what kind of question is this? No, I'm not answering that. And last but not least, do you have shiny Celebi yet? So for those of you that don't know, in Pokemon Crystal that just came out on the Virtual Console, it is now 100% legitimate to shiny hunt a Celebi. I'm definitely going for it. The majority of you are going for it. I, however, will be dressed like Marty McFly from Back to the Future for it. You probably won't be. But no, I don't have it yet. Hopefully soon. I'm gonna be single hunting it, so it's just gonna be one of the next targets that I do. It may not happen right away, but just know that is coming. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for this edition of my videos. I hope you enjoyed this Supreme Answers. We answered quite a few more questions than normal just because of the vast amount of questions that we got. If you did enjoy it, please give this video a thumbs up. If you have a question that wasn't answered, be sure to leave it in the comments below. If you asked a question before and I didn't answer it, odds are I just didn't see it. So just, you know, ask it again. But once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Quidd, thank you so much for the sponsor. If you guys want to try out Quidd for yourself, the links are around here. They're down here everywhere, so just click it. More videos are coming very soon, but until next time, this is Supreme Arcanine signing out. See you guys later.